Hello, lords and ladies of YouTube, and welcome back to Nightly Gaming's Nightly Gaming and another episode of Hearthstone. So today I want to show you my new deck that I call just my Mech Warrior. Nothing super original there with the name. So I'm going to go over the deck list. If you want to just skip to gameplay, I'll leave an annotation to just skip to the gameplay. Otherwise, I'm going to just hop right on in and start explaining the deck. Okay, so first off, we have two Executes. Execute's just a great card to have. It can clear any minion at all as long as I can do at least 1 damage to it. So very useful when they play big minions that I need to get rid of right then and there. So it's always good to have Executes. I have 2 Whirlwinds in the deck, whether it be to get an Execute down because I have no other way of dealing damage, or I don't want to trade a minion in to do the damage. Or maybe they just have a full board with a bunch of low health minions that I can wipe out, all sorts of things. Whirlwind's just a very useful card in a lot of different situations. I can also combo it with a different card that I'll go over later that is just going to completely clear a board. I also have 2 Cogmasters in the deck because Cogmaster can combo really well with mechs, obviously. I have lots of mechs, very useful. He's a good turn 1 if I can then drop on turn 2 a mech, and then I'll have an instant 3 damage card that he wasn't necessarily expecting to have that 3 damage, so that's nice. I do have 2 Warbots. For 1 cost, it's just really good. A 1-3 for 1 is a good stat line, not to mention it has an Enrage plus 1 attack, which can be really useful, especially if I have like a Whirlwind or something, then I can actually use its Enrage. It's not like the most ridiculously strong card, but it's still a really good card. 1 cost, and it's a mech. Mech is the big thing for that. Mech everything is the whole point of this deck. I also have 1 Fiery War Axe, not 2, I know. I only have 1. Good weapon, good clear. I felt there was other things that were better in the deck, though, so I only put 1 in. I also have 2 Annoyatrons, because Annoyatron is annoying, and a mech. And it's just good to have some really sticky, irritating taunts that I can throw out early, really start establishing board control and messing up his momentum. So Annoyatron's really good for that. Explosive Sheep, this is what I was talking about, would combo really well with Whirlwind, because if I throw an Explosive Sheep out on the field and then I Whirlwind, I now have instantly just done 3 damage to all minions on the board. So if my board's clear, I've lost board control, and he's got a bunch of mid-range kind of health minions, then I can just Explosive Sheep, Whirlwind, boom, cleared board. Then I can start establishing board dominance again. So that's really important. I also have 2 Mech Warpers, make my mechs cost even less. I mean, there's nothing bad about that. I also have 1 Micro Machine, because Micro Machine, once again, I felt there was things I could put in here that were a little bit better than Micro Machine. But Micro Machine, it's nice to have 1 of those in there, because every once in a while you get the one that just gets to ridiculously high attack damage and starts just trading super efficiently, doing lots of damage to face. It can be really good really easily. I also have 1 Bash, armor plus targeted 3 damage. Always good in my opinion. Let's see what else. I also got 1 Shield Block, armor plus a draw. Both Bash and Shield Block were the ones where I was debating having a second of each of them. But I feel like I smoothed out my curve pretty well, while also having a decent amount of late game and early game and all around. So I think it's good to just go with 1 of these. But both Bash and Shield Block are great cards, so it's hard to say I only have 1. But I also have 1 Spider Tank. This is another one of those things that I could debatably put 2 of. It's just a good stat minion all around, but I felt it was better replaced by some other things. 2 Tinkertown Technicians, because Tinkertown Technician becomes a 3/4/4 whenever I have a minion on the field, and that's almost always. Not to mention it gives me a spare part, which is always just a nice thing to have. I have 1 Arcane Nullifier, just a good way to put a minion on the field that, for example, let's say we're against a spell mage that has only spells to clear it. Well, the spells can't target it anymore, so he has to use non-targeted spells on it. He can't use his hero power on it to finish it off. It makes it a much more irritating taunt to have on the field every once in a while. I also have 2 Gorilla Bots. Gorilla Bot A3, because stat-wise, it's not the best 4/3/4, meh, but I get to discover a mech. Sometimes you get ridiculously good cards off of that, and other times, you still get something useful because it's a mech deck, and mechs are always useful in a mech deck. So that's always nice. Not to mention it kind of lessens the blow of my relatively low draw in this deck. I think pretty much the only draw I really have is shield block. So that can, pad my hand a little bit with a few extra minions. I also have 2 Piloted Shredders. Piloted Shredder's just a ridiculously good card. Not super stat efficient, but it has the death rattle of summoning 2 random 2-cost minions. So they either have to kill something twice, or they have to waste some kind of transformation type thing like Hex or Polymorph or something like that on it. So that's always nice. I have 1 Screwjank Clunker. I know Screwjank Clunker isn't exactly the best of cards, especially stat line 4, 2, 5. But it can give a friendly mech +2/+2. It's basically, in my opinion, it's a trade-off for Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight is a +1/+1, and then you get a 5/5 for 5, so much more stat efficient, in my opinion. And it still gives that +1/+1, but sometimes you need that +2/+2, so I decided to only go with 1 Clockwork Knight in exchange for also getting 1 Screwjank Clunker, just to mix things up every once in a while. Maybe I need something that's at 4 cost instead of 5 cost. Maybe I need that +2/+2 to be able to finish something off. You never know. So it gives me a little bit more variation that I can do with the deck. I also have 1 Arcanite Reaper, big weapon. That's about it. I only have 1 because, once again, I felt there was other things that I could put in the deck. I have the 1 Clockwork Knight, and then I have 1 Dr. Boom because Dr. Boom is an absolutely ridiculously powerful card, and the bombs he drops are mechs, and that makes him even better in mech decks. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop into a game, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm against another warrior. Okay. We will see how this goes. I wonder what kind of warrior he is. Let's see. This isn't the best starting hand. Like, I like the Mech Warper and the Spider Tank. The Whirlwind's kind of iffy. Especially against another warrior, it's probably going to be more useful for him than me. Especially if he gets something like a Armor Smith or something like that. And hey, he's nice and friendly. That's nice. I like friendly people. Friendly people are always fun to play with. Alright. So next turn, hopefully I can just play Mech Warper, and then turn 3, Piloted Shredder. And look, my Whirlwind came back to me. Alright, so then next turn I can Piloted Shredder. So that should be good. There's that Armor Smith that I was worried was going to pop out. Ooh, do I bash and kill it with the Mech Warper? Or do I summon a Piloted Shredder and go face? I think I summon Piloted Shredder and go face. Okay, let's see here. What are they going to do? I'm assuming they're going to use the Armor Smith and attack the Mech Warper, especially now that they did cleave. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and kill that. That way they get at least two lives off of that. Okay, let's see here. Do I bash it? Is it worth bashing for that 2 health? Yeah, I'm going to say yes. It makes it a little bit more inefficient on my end, but I'm okay with that because it prevents him from stacking up armor using other minions, and it also keeps my Mech Warper on the field, so he has to do something to get rid of that, and I can trade it more efficiently, hopefully. Because trading it in against that Armor Smith wasn't worth it. Let's see, next turn, probably Spider Tank and Hero Power. Okay. Oh, and then he's going to Fiery War Axe. That's a tad bit irritating, but not the worst thing in the world. Ooh, Gorilla Bot. I like Gorilla Bot, but I'm going to stick with the Spider Tank Hero Power. Then he can't kill it with his War Axe, which is good, so he has to waste something else on the Spider Tank to make it worth. But hopefully he... Oh, there's a Loa threat. Okay. Well, I think I'm... Ooh, do I Gorilla Bot Annoyatron? I think I Gorilla Bot Annoyatron. Alright, so Gorilla Bot, what are you going to give me? Ooh, Mech Thermoplug. That would give me a nice big strong minion, which I'm kind of lacking in this deck besides Dr. Boom. Jeeves is out. Spider Tank is still a good card, but not really what I need right now. So I'm going to go with the Mech Thermoplug. And then I will Annoyatron. And I'm going to go face and let him trade into the Annoyatron. Because I don't want to waste that Spider Tank on Loetheb because I can't efficiently trade with it at the moment. Yeah, that's a nice pickup off of the Gorilla Bot. And oh, there's a Dr. Boom. Okay, so that makes my life a little bit more complicated. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the Dr. Boom by trading both of these. Then I'll Whirlwind. Place down the Fiery War Axe. Let's go ahead and get that extra armor. Kill him. And we're good. We might not have anything on the field, but neither does he. So we're nice. We're pretty much nice and even. He has a slight card advantage, right? I mean, I have 3 in hand. He has 4 in hand. He has 1 on field. And then I have 1 on field with my axe, technically. But now he's getting a bunch off of the draw off of that and the discover off of the beetle. Which is less than ideal. But not the end of the world. And then we can always execute, not execute, but Whirlwind. Kill that. Armor up. Do I play the Tinkertown Technician now, or do I wait until next turn to play Thermoplug, and then play Tinkertown Technician after that so I can get the 4/4? Do I want the board control? But I mean, a 3/3 for 3. I'm missing out on so much if I don't hold on to that. The board control is just not worth it. At the moment, I don't think. I could be wrong, but... Oh boy. Okay. That is less than ideal. Do I summon the Thermoplug this turn, or do I Piloted Shredder, Tinkertown Technician? And then Hero Power. I think I'm going to hold on to the Thermoplug. It would be kind of nice to get it out right now, but I don't think it's completely necessary. Let's see, what do I want to do next turn? I'm assuming he's going to trade into one of them. I could Thermoplug execute, or I could just trade in the Piloted Shredder. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm going to Thermoplug execute. I think that's my best option here. And ooh, okay, that could be a nice little combo. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the Thermoplug. We're gonna execute him. Trade into him. See what I get. Okay. There we go. And that was a nice little switch around, wasn't it? And that's why I like Gorilla Bot, is the sudden OP thing is like Thermoplug out on the field. Does he have an execute? He's gonna execute it, isn't he? Yeah, there comes the execute. Oh well. I mean, I still got three leper gnomes off of it, so I can't really complain too much. Okay, so let's see here. I will... I will play Warbot. I will armor up. I will power up one of my leper gnomes to kill that. Do I go face, or do I kill the Acolyte of Pain? Realistically, I can't efficiently trade with it, so I'm just going to make him trade into me. No point in me doing anything else. Hold on to that explosion. Oh, boy. That is less than ideal. I should have traded into the Acolyte of Pain. I am dumb. I can't officially trade in, I can't trade that at all. Okay, so hit him with both of those. Hit him in the face with one of those. So then he's probably going to trade the Acolyte of Pain into one of them to get the draw, which will enrage. Then he's probably going to attack it with his Kel'Thuzad. So that way at least I get the extra damage. So that's nice. Unless he decides to just go face with it. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Never mind, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Would be really nice if I could draw Dr. Boom right now. But I find that highly unlikely. This is just not going well at all. I've suddenly completely lost control. Like, it was going well. It was going pretty well. But now everything has been ruined forever. Thing is he has to kill the bot. Otherwise, I was going to say, otherwise I'm just going to be able to kill the Kel'Thuzad flat out next turn. Okay. So this guy is a very late game oriented deck. I guess we'll go ahead and summon my explosive sheep. No real reason not to, I guess, except for it's not going to kill anything. But, I mean, yeah, his deck is suddenly kicking my behind thoroughly. Not my pretty little behind. Yeah, no, he's kicking my butt. Come on! Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything. Yes, he's gonna get a draw, he's gonna kill some stuff, and then I'm not actually going to get anything back. Well played. Ugh. Well then. My deck was doing well, except for I didn't get any of my even mid to late game minions really out, and he was all about that late game and just hammered me into oblivion. He just had to survive long enough to start hammering me into oblivion, and I didn't have enough hard removal to get rid of it. So that seems like the weakness of the deck. The strength of the deck, though, as with most mech decks, is once you have control, as long as you don't lose it, you're going to win flat out. But as soon as you lose control, you're done for. So let me know if you guys have any ideas on how I could improve the deck. Leave in the comment section down below. Always open to suggestions. Otherwise, if you guys enjoyed the video, you can always click the like button. You can check out my channel for all my previous videos, including Hearthstone, which I do every Tuesday and Wednesday. Otherwise, if you want to see my new videos when I post them out, which is once again Hearthstone Tuesday and Thursday, but other videos every other single day, then you could click that nice red subscribe button and be notified whenever I put out new videos. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!